Welcome to Reviewing Items in ABBI. During the item review, we will be using the online item bank called ABBI, and we'll also be going through what to look for when reviewing items. All of the items are authored and developed in ABBI. ABBI stands for Assessment Banking and Building Solutions for Interoperable Assessments. The items you will review have been sequenced for ease of use. In ABBI, you will view the items in the way a student does and be able to take them and interact with them and also verify the scoring. In ABBI, you will see the item display, but if you'd like to see it as the student would see it, in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see a green button that says TN8 Preview. Click this button. When you click the button, the item will open as a student will see it. Here you will see the item as the student sees it. Up here it says score responses, and there when you answer the item, you'll see the responses. You want to make sure a correct answer gets a 1 and an incorrect answer gets a 0. There are also some tools up here. These do not reflect necessarily what is on the assessment. For multiple choice, you will see the crossout tool. This straight edge is only available in a few grades. We're not using a protractor in many of these items. There might be 1 or 2. And then the ruler, we will talk more about this later, but do not count on these tools being there. So as you review, again, look here, solve the question. Don't look at the answers over here, so you can cold solve it and see how that goes. Here you can see an item in ABBI. First, we're going to look at the left-hand column by the metadata. Here you can see the item ID, as well as the SSB or the benchmark, item type, calculator. There'll be all kinds of things here. You can use the scroll bar to see more there. Up here at the top, you will find the wording for the benchmarks or the SSB. And you can use this to look and see if the item aligns to the benchmark. Down here at the bottom, you'll see the rationales or the reasoning behind each of the answer options. And you can check these. We'd like for you to check these as well, make sure they make sense. Up here on the left, you'll have the vote comments here. And this is where you're going to leave your comments. You're going to vote, accept, reject, accept with edits, all of that will go here. Our new item review process. First, you'll cold solve the items, meaning you're not looking at what the correct answer is, taking the item as a student would. You're going to verify that the key is correct. Check the scoring to make sure it gets a 1 for a correct answer and a 0 for an incorrect answer. Again, make sure there is 1 correct answer for multiple choice items. If it is a technology enhanced item, verify that all possible correct answers are being scored correctly. Verify the alignment. Does it align to the benchmark it's assigned to? And lastly, take a look at the depth of knowledge, seeing that it fits, and understanding that depth of knowledge is somewhat subjective, but we'll talk more about that later. When we start the new item review process, we will review the first few items together as a group so that we are all familiar with the process and the expectations. Then we will give specific assignments to do independent review prior to having a group discussion. During this review, you can have your cameras off, working, checking, verifying, going through all of the different steps. We will be available during this time, so please feel free to reach out at any time during your independent review. Then we'll come back together as a group cameras on again, and discuss any items where there were questions or concerns or celebrations of any kind. Please note that your comments and votes that you'll put into ABBI can only be seen by the facilitators and not by other participants. As you think about providing feedback on the items, as well as during our group discussions, please consider these specific questions. Is the wording understandable? Is the grammar straightforward? Are we clear and concise with our words? Did you have to reread the question multiple times? Are there any clues or clanging words within the items that may influence a student's response, not based on their knowledge, but based on the wording that we used? Is the content factual? Is it correct? Is it plausible? Does it align to the SSB or the benchmark? Again, standards alignment is very, very important. Please be sure to check it twice. Depth of knowledge. Are we meeting the different depths of knowledge that we have, the DOK 1, 2, or 3? Is there only one correct choice for a multiple choice question? When we use a TE item, is it meaningful? Does it enhance the understanding in the ways that students are giving their feedback? And are the rationales correct? Are they plausible? Do they make sense? Are they something that students would possibly do? Includes reviewing items in ABBI. If you have any questions, please be sure to reach out. Thank you.